everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Robin and this is Faith and Flour. Today I am mostly hanging out in the kitchen. I have some meal prep that I want to get done. I've been soaking beans overnight that I can cook in my Instant Pot in order to fill up my freezer and get a jump on our meal planning. And while I'm in the kitchen, I'm going to tackle some zone cleaning. I really want to get into most of the drawers in the kitchen. They need to be decluttered, cleaned, and then reorganized and simplified. We really try to stick to mostly plant-based foods. We are not vegan and we're not even vegetarian. We do have meat once in a while, especially when we go out. But here at home, I like to stick to mostly plant-based foods, and so beans are a real staple for us. And prepping them like this really gives me a jump on meal planning. I like buying dry beans because they are so much more affordable, and then I can prepare them in the Instant Pot, which really doesn't take much time or even effort. I usually try to soak the beans that I want to prepare overnight, but that is not even necessary. You can definitely skip that step if you want to. In the morning, I just give them a rinse, add them to the Instant Pot with some fresh water, and then I consult my manual to know the time for each particular type of beans. And once they are cooking, I am free to do whatever I need to around the house, and today I'm just going to basically concentrate on the kitchen. I had been doing some decluttering, and you guys may have seen that recent video, and I never did get a chance to get to the drawers once again. So I'm starting with our silverware drawer, and I want to give it a good cleaning. This is something that I usually do as part of my kitchen zone cleaning, and it's time for that. And while I'm at it, I'm going to sort of reassess the things that I've been keeping in here. I think there are some things that I'm not using regularly that I can part with. Deep cleaning can have many rewards. One of them is finding things that you've been missing for weeks. I have been looking all over for that measuring spoon. How on earth did it get under there? As I was putting things back in, I realized that there are some things that I really don't need. And with those things missing, the drawer looks so much more organized. It's not nearly as crowded. And these are the things that I really want to have access to every day. The things that I'm getting rid of are these plastic measuring spoons. I have 2 sets of metal ones, which I love, so I don't need those. And then I have 3 sets of a silverware pattern that doesn't match our others. It has some neat serving pieces, and so I've kept them because we use them every once in a while, but they are definitely not necessities. Because we do occasionally use some of these pieces, I've been hesitant to part with them. Different minimalists have a solution for this, and one of them is Dawn over at Minimal Mom. She suggests having a quarantine box that you can put items like this in, and therefore you can put it away, put it out of sight, and if you really need it, you know that it's there. So I'm going to do that. I think that's a great solution with some of the things that I'm taking out of our kitchen today. So when the items are in this box, you can kind of let go of that fear that you might need it one day, because in a set period of time, whatever you choose, a month, 6 months, a year, if you haven't visited that box and pulled something out of it, then you can be pretty sure that you are not going to need it and you can let them go. So my goal is to give this treatment to each drawer in our kitchen, and some drawers are decluttered to the point where I really don't find anything else that I can eliminate, and that's good because that sort of reaffirms the decisions that I've already made, but it does help me to kind of take inventory of the things we have in our kitchen. It helps me remember what I have, and if there are things that I haven't been using, this is the perfect opportunity to remove them. I'm kind of a kitchen gadget person. I love to cook, and I really do prepare most of our meals here at home. So this is an area where I'm likely to have a lot more things than a lot of other people would. And so if you have something that is like your hobby or an area of interest and you have more than what you think a typical minimalist would have, just kind of let that idea go. Just make sure that you don't have excess, things that you are definitely not using on a regular basis, because you will enjoy the things that you do love and use so much more when they are easy to access without having to dig through a lot of clutter. love these deep drawers that we have in our kitchen. I think they are a really good design if you have a lot of pots and pans and things like that. And that is what I store on the other side of the stove in the drawers that are just like this. But on this side, I like to keep kitchen utensils, and so these drawer dividers were my solution to keep things sort of organized and corralled. I have to say I like the upper drawer better with the bamboo boxes that I have up there, but this solution works pretty well, so I'm going to stick with it. I found a couple things that we are not using, and I don't even know what you call these, but they're used for fondue, and they really just do not work for us very well. And then I have a instant read thermometer, which I don't think it reads really accurately, so I probably don't even really need to add those to the box, but I wanted to consult my husband on the fondue utensils, so I'm going to put them in there too. In this drawer, I keep my two skillets. One is a really large stainless steel and the other is a cast iron, and I use these regularly, and that's all that goes in this drawer, along with a frying screen, and I'm really thinking about eliminating that too in the future. I'm going to kind of keep an eye on it. I haven't used it in a while. It's really convenient when you need it, but I don't do a lot of frying, so kind of putting that one in the back of my head is one to eliminate the next time I'm in here doing this. This drawer contains my pot holders, some matches, and a lighter for candles, and these are spaghetti bibs, and no, we do not use these on a regular basis, but they are so cute and I guess they spark joy for me, so I have the space, so I'm going to keep them. The two lower drawers hold my pots and pans. And yes, I do have two of these little omelet maker pans, and usually it's a good idea to get rid of duplicates, but with those I sometimes need both. If we are making omelets for our family and we want to be able to eat all at the same time, it's nice to have two going at once. It's not necessary, but as I said before, I do have the space, so I'm going to keep them. They do get some use. The felt circles I made when we lived in our previous home, and I had to stack our pots and pans to keep them from scratching, and I'm not getting rid of those either. They don't really serve a big purpose here anymore, but I'm hanging on to them because if I ever want to rearrange things or, maybe pass them on to my son when he has his own kitchen someday, they're just really handy and they don't take up any space at all. The batch of chickpeas that I put in earlier are ready now, so I'm going to go ahead and transfer these to jars and let them cool and then get the next batch of beans going. I'm planning to put a lot of these jars to use today, at least 6 of them for the beans that I am making. I have quite a few in here right now because we had a little issue with our freezer drawers, and so we needed to eat what we had in the freezer so that I could free up some space while we figured out what was going on in there. But now that the issue is resolved, it's time to restock it. Next, the black beans will go into the Instant Pot, and I will get back on track with my decluttering, cleaning, and reorganizing. I got a little sidetracked with a load of laundry that was ready, so once I get that out of the way, it's back in the kitchen. drawer under our microwave is where I keep all of our plastic wrap and tin foil, plastic bags, things like that. And I am definitely doing my best to eliminate using these as much as possible, but there are still certain circumstances where I find we need to have them on hand. That I like to use in the broiler once in a while, and the handle is not oven safe, but if I cover it with some tin foil, it works. So I just keep this molded piece of tin foil right here so it's ready when I need it. And these reusable BPA-free plastic bags I got from the Grove Collaborative, they are a really great alternative to disposable Ziploc bags. But even those, I find myself using less and less and choosing storage containers made of glass. I really prefer that, and that's what I'm trying to move towards. And here I go again with the drawer rearranging. Let's see how many different combinations I can come up with this time. So I finally arrived at an arrangement that makes sense to me, and everything that I'm still somewhat using is going back in the drawer.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. A bigger scale, the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dream.
While the kidney beans are doing their thing in the Instant Pot, I need to head out and pick up Peyton. And when we return, they're ready.
Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all.
These are just going to sit on the counter until they're cool, and meantime I am going to get tonight's dinner going, and then I'm going to come back, label them, and get our freezer restocked.
Undercover agents of the other.
For making the labels, I have a label maker, but I find that just good old-fashioned masking tape and a Sharpie are the easiest. I just write it out, stick them on, and they are labeled and ready to go. Now I will do a more thorough cleaning of all the equipment and things that I use for making the beans, including putting the lid of the Instant Pot in the dishwasher. I just find that it's so much easier, especially after giving it a full workout like today, to do that and get it thoroughly clean. Later in the evening, when dinner is finished and the kitchen has been cleaned, I come in and put the cooled beans away in the freezer. Now I've got plenty of beans on hand for making my meal prep during the week go a lot faster. These plastic bags for cooking have been in my drawer forever. I think I just felt guilty about having spent money on them, and I know I'm never going to use them, so they are getting tossed. And then I have my quarantine box, which I'm going to store away, and if I don't revisit it in the next 6 months or so, it's going to be donated. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. It's absolutely free and really helps me to grow my channel so I can bring you more videos like this one. I hope that I was able to give you some motivation and inspiration for getting stuff done in your kitchen zone. I look forward to seeing you guys in the comments below. Have a great week, and I will see you in the next video.